Hey everyone, Chef here. Welcome back to Reus2. We're gonna take another crack at age discovery today. I think that I've been overthinking things, so we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna go with our classic 6 biome setup. We've got forest, rainforest, savanna, desert, ice age, taiga. But I'm gonna go back to doing the normal 6 size biomes that we normally do, and I'm just gonna draft anything that gives biodiversity. I also think that I can't ignore Apex Bioticum. If we have an Apex Bioticum that scales like crazy, I think we have to find a way to place it, even though it's going to cost us a ton of biodiversity. So for a cave bear, gold plus 10% gold for legacy mineral, sort of. Chinese GGB, sort of. Sapphire's going to pop off because we're going to have 6 biomes with 9 biodiversity. So we're definitely going to build around Sapphire, and it's cheap. I'm not sure that Cave Bear is going to be big enough to get us there when we're only using 6 patch biomes. And I also don't know that Chinese GGB is really going to get us there when we're using 6 wide biomes. So we're going to be thinking about Sapphire, and then we're just going to be looking to pick up a bunch of other stuff that gives biodiversity. And we've got a decent shot at that. We have a Glacial Erratics, we have a Dove Tree, that's about it. But those are 2 good places to start. We have a pink diamond. We have good biodiversity sources in our initial biotica, which is good. Go ahead and do an ice age. We're starting with painter. Painter's going to want wealth. Could probably get wealth out of a savanna, considering that we have diamond. Diamond is a savanna mineral, right? Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we're going to be doing savanna for the painter as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll patch for another city. And then you go ahead and you start right here. All you want is 3 wealth. I love to see that. Do we have anything good that gives wealth that goes extinct? No, but we can draft a ground squirrel. So I think that's where we're going to start. Could I be so greedy as to go ground squirrel into Casteroides for double output? Let's find out. Labradorite. It's okay. We can work with that. And then you need a second critter biotica next to you. I can do a mink for you, and then you would need to be a plant. Sedge doesn't really care what else it's next to, so you can have a sedge. Oh, it's not a critter. We're gonna have to find another critter. Oh, that's fine. We can find another critter. Anyway, that's gonna give us 3 wealth. Why don't you come over here and give me a forest on the other side of this ice age? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the next city. We are going to want to draft Ice Age Tundra here and find a critter. Badger, not a critter. Casteroides, really good. Bone is a critter. Sure. And it comes with Casteroides. Yeah, I think I could do that. Am I giving up biodiversity to do it? I'm giving up a little bit of biodiversity on Dandelion, but Dandelion's really bad. And then I do get legacy minerals out of Primal Flint and Bone, so it contributes to a cave bear without me spending too much Eon on it. That's tolerable. I'm okay with that. Second village. Hunters. Food and gold. I can make that happen in an Ice Age. We can have a food forest and a gold ice age, so like, you really want to get a Castroides going in here. And then I think I also would like to give you the primal flint. And the slate. Because the more extinct biotica that I can put down early, the fewer expansion charges I have to spend on them when we finally get to Cave Bear. We have lost the last 2 ages of discovery, basically to not having Eon. So I would really like to make sure that doesn't happen again. It's a little early for a dove. So let's go rabbit. And then stoat here. Is that what you are? Yeah, you're a stoat. And then you're not going to be doing anything, so just go and make this forest. We'll replace it with another bioticum in the next era. There's rabbit. Have a stoat. You are also likely to want a little bit of extra food. Well, let's see if that gets you to 3. It's not going to get you to 3, so you will need to blueberry plus mineral. Which is fine, because these have a mutual synergy. And that will get you to 3, because that blueberry will be 20. You have 1 more Eon that you can use to put down the bone to turn your Labradorite on. Go and do that. You want distinct sets of plant, mineral, animal? I would be happy to. And then a food booster. I don't have anything that's going to go extinct. I mean, I have a Castroides, but I'm not going to be able to get 3 things next to it, so I think that's likely to just be... Well, hang on. Hold on. It's not going to be a good Castroides, is the only thing. And I want both of these to be minerals that I put down, so that I can make them legacy for later. Let's do our 3rd village. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go here, in Savannah. I would love to have somebody on this planet who knows how to invent a thing or two. It is going to be difficult for you to pull technology out of Savannah, but I can change this forest into a desert for you or a rainforest. And that should make your life a little easier. And over here, I do think I'm going to ignore the fact that these are boosters. Well, if you put the primal flint there, it's going to give itself 15 food, and then it's going to give itself another 50% food. So you're not necessarily ignoring it. And then I'm going to give you no bioticum, because I'm going to replace that biome very soon. You go here. And now you have every mineral that you will want there that is going to make itself go extinct. So you can ignore that. You can start working on getting your scribe up and going. You will have 2 minerals, you have 2 animals, you just need 2 plant. Go ahead and give you an elephant grass, and then I can give you wild dog here to care about gold. And then an impala would give you food. So we can make that work. Good. Doesn't really matter what I take here, but I would like it to give me Eon limit. So Monument Age, looking pretty good for that. Painter will have money. Yeah. Monument Age should be just fine. Off you go to expand, off you go to expand. Huntress would like to work on... You're going to be short on food, because I'm going to be able to give you a big caster raise. So go ahead and take Hunter for now. And your third cast Reus is going to go down right here. You, I want to wait on expansion for a little bit. All your stuff is finishing, though. Everything's popping off. You're trading. Let's get your inventor up and running. I think that ash, mossy stone looks pretty appealing. Neither of them have any kind of synergy, but it should be enough to get you to max food. Oh, wait, you wanted to change this biome. That's why you didn't put those down. You want to give him a rainforest. So buy an expando tile, stick an expando tile over here, and then convert his forest into rainforest. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have room for our last village up here. Here's your rainforest, and now I can give you your science. I can go stone, Ramon tree. And those will be mutually synergistic, even though the science output is not going to be particularly inspiring. Over here, we can advance Hunter Village to 3 by giving you a nice cast for Reus. That needs to be next to a plant and then another animal. But that's doable. You're not going to be able to get any carrot synergy. So just make it a second sedge. And then you also need to be next to an animal. A mink would be next to a plant there. Can I entice you to expand to this? I think I can. Yeah, off you go. So you're gonna have a big old Casperoides here, which is really gonna help push Hunter's Town to completion. You're not gonna get it this era. You're also not gonna get Painter Town this era. I don't think you're going to 25. But I can give you your 2 wild dogs. And then I also have enough food to buy my 4th village. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to go here. I would love to see Botanist. We're not going to get Botanist. But I do have a ton of Harmony Biotica in that forest, so Poet should be fairly easy to work with. Wild Dog 1. Wild Dog 2. And then Impala. Painter stealing wealth from Inventor. No. No, that won't be happening yet. Actually, it should. Because Inventor's not going to need wealth, and combat produces prosperity. And we've lost a couple games to prosperity. Your military might is 3, yours is 6. You might be able to do that. You want 3 tree biotica. Can I draft a savanna tree? Yes. And it gives you a lot of science, too. Okay. So your second tree is going to be a papaya tree. And your third tree is going to be an umbrella thornication. And you've got a nice booster for it and everything. Although if you put it here... You know, I can't exactly tell who's going to win this. I'm not going to intervene with any of the giants. Because that is just prosperity destruction. I think the poet may have this. Or the painter may have this. Hey, don't mind me, I'm just gonna sneak right by you here. It's a draw. No one wins. Alright, fair enough. You haven't started a building yet. You are at '4. You are at '2 on your scribe. Although there's one tribe that has more prosperity than you. You're at 35. Huntress is at 39. Wow. I can get that number up, though. Because I still have to place micro. Mantis, Mantis. This will put you to 37, probably. If I had to guess. If I can get you to 40, I'm feeling pretty good about life. Plus science for mineral. Bone, kind of. Although it's not really on a booster. You'd need gold for mineral to make that go. I don't think you have science from plant. I can get you to 38. So I need to get you all the way to 40. I'm going to need to do one of two things. I'm either going to need to place a new bioticum for you. That would be 25. It would put you at 39. Insufficient. Or I would need to buy extra microcharges. You know? It's the rare case where an Emperor Butterfly is actually good in Era 2. Because it's 60% science on 37 versus, well, do the math, I guess. 60% of 37 is roughly like 25. Oh god, it's not. It's not better at all. But you already kind of spent the micro on it, so you're locked in now. Oh well. Yeah, that was not very good. It's not even going to get you to the threshold you needed to get to. Which means you're going to have to put a really bad Mantis on an Impala. Just to get that threshold. Because none of these guys are on boosters. And then your last Mantis obviously is going on this Castro release. Because it's getting, No, that's not the one you evolved. You may want to put science on this Labradorite. Because it's getting double output from being drafted. But that's at least your construction site done, so that's another 30 gold for free. Is 30 gold worth 5 science? I think probably, yeah. I think that's a decent trade. Go ahead and show me next era. Era choice here again. Doesn't particularly matter. People are mostly getting along. I would be okay with taking one that's trade-oriented. Like Merchant Era, if I have access to Merchant Era. I think that would be fine. Extra draft charges, extra micro charges, good. I do not have access to Merchant Age, but I do have access to Enlightenment. Enlightenment can be a little tough, and it doesn't give me Eon Limit. Castles and Knights does. Huntress has food, should be doable. Painter has science, should be doable. Inventor has gold, is going to be hard. I really wish those were flipped. Also, Huntress has food, is farm oriented. And Painter has science, is construction biotical oriented. I don't think that's going to work for me. I don't want to kill the Huntress either. Man, am I really stuck doing Enlightenment? Calmera just isn't, it doesn't give you enough. Why would I do Calmera at 2-star when I could just do Enlightenment at 2-star to get double rerolls and a Terraform charge? I guess we're stuck doing Enlightenment, even though I don't really want to. It's not ideal, but I guess we'll make it work. Right, so let's take care of Painter Town first. Let's go Theater. I have no plans to give you gems or elements in Era 2. It's going to be more of an Era 3 kind of deal. You have one Bioticum that went extinct. It was bone. You don't need to put a mineral on this, I don't think. Actually, I don't think it matters. Because you're a legacy mineral. As long as I put a different mineral on you, you're still a legacy mineral. So I will actually give you Primal Flint. And then you have no legacy mineral. I'd like to keep the Labradorite running. You can have bone. How does that do you on Theater? You need one more distinct Bioticum. You have no slots for it, though. That's because you're doubled up on wild dogs. You need to give them a prey animal. Give them like a guinea fowl. And then that will incentivize them to expand. You, I need to get your tree up and running. So start bringing the forest giant over. You're expanding. Great. And then you're also looking for element, medicinal, or construction. I'll give you a mineral, and then I should have tons of element, mineral, or construction here. Yeah, like redstone's gonna do all of those things. So that's your Umbrella Thorn done-ish. You can give it a mountain if you want to give another 30 science, but let's wait on that and see if it's absolutely necessary or not. That's also your Inventor to 10 science. You can ignore him for a little bit. Painter needs to get to 25. Can I just give you like a gem? Yeah, here, you can have a Kunzite. That will put you... Well, your gold's done. You can have a Kunzite anyway. And then let's go keep the Poet happy, because the Poet doesn't have anything yet. You don't care what you get. So I think you'd be pretty happy with a Dove. A Dove should have decent output at this point. And then you can also have an Ash Tree. That should at least put you to 5 and get you off my back for a bit. Huntress Town. Are you gonna get a big Castorides this turn? No, you have a plant booster, a gold booster, and a mineral booster. You're not going to have a great Castorides. You don't have a great... Actually, that's going to be a pretty good Basalt. Double gold and tagged element and its construction, as long as it's not adjacent to... Oh, it's going to be adjacent to a plant. I need better Ice Age plants, though. I think we might need to draft Ice Age again. Point being, I don't think I'm going to have 5 animals with food yield. I think I might just want Tavern here. I really don't like any of these, but I'll just take Tavern here. Right, we need to draft Ice Age again. All plants in the biome gained Extinct, 35 food, and the Extinct root. I actually love that. However, I want to take Primal Obsidian. Because it's a mineral that goes extinct for the Cave Bear. If only you were each Legacy Bioticum, Giant Sloth would be crazy. But you're not. And then in Era 3, Fireweed gives you extra biodiversity, and you get to redraft Ground Squirrel for maybe a Bioticum that gives you biodiversity. I do like a red-backed vole, I think red-backed vole is good, but we're already getting the biodiversity out of ground squirrel, and this is just one mineral and 2 things we already have. I'll take primal obsidian. And the primal obsidian is going to go here. Then, maybe I give up on this plant booster. And I just say that you should be a mineral instead, because then I could put basalt here. I don't hate that idea. Go ahead. Go ahead. You could actually put a Castron extinct, and then extinct it up to 3. Because it'll be adjacent to mineral, plant, animal, and it's an animal to contribute to your tavern. And it's extinct, which makes primal obsidian better. Because that primal obsidian is not exactly doing great things over there. So then I need to find a way to get you to 20 food. Because it's going to be tough to do it using a plant. Oh, you know what? Fireweed goes extinct. I could replace the sedge with fireweed and get another 25 food, 8 mystery out of that primal obsidian. And you're next to 2 distinct biotica with base gold. That's actually a much better fireweed. And it will evolve that slot to move it up to a 2. And then I think I just put a slate here so that it extincts itself. Done. Okay, let's go take care of Poet quick. Poet wants 1 more mineral within borders. You want to make a scribe? I'm fine with you having a scribe. You can have a mossy stone. It is a decent dove. Painter stealing wealth from Inventor. I'm fine with that happening. Inventor does not need his wealth. And then over here in this rainforest, you're going to want... Let's draft rainforest. We have 5 draft charges. We haven't done rainforest yet. Show me something that's good at producing food that comes with biodiversity. Parakeet, decent candidate. None of it makes food, but parakeet's a decent candidate, and I can just put another papaya tree there. So that would be papaya tree. Just keep an eye on Gilded Enlightenment as well. Because you're not going crazy on the science right now. No, you'll be okay. Parakeet. Papaya tree. What do you care about being next to? You don't care. It's biodiversity, doesn't matter. And then flint. So that's just going to get you off my back. And then I can focus on getting science up and element medicinal or construction. We have plenty of draft charges to do it with. You're also going to need to figure out where your last biome is going. So you may want to start working on expando charges. You're not really making great use of this rainforest, and you can probably replace it with something else. I think desert is really your only choice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. You'll need 1 more expando charge, but you're very close to getting it. And then you are going to want science. 300 science if there's 6 trees is so good that I almost can't ignore it, considering that we're only at 55 of 65. Did I pick up new trees in that draft? I did pick up a Gumbo Limbo. That's a tree, and it's medicinal, so that puts you at 13 of 15. And it puts you at 4 of 6 trees. You would still need 1 more tree. You need 2 more trees. You could get a Marula, that's a 5th tree. And then you could put down a 2nd Ramon tree. And you have almost exactly enough biodiversity to do that. I think that's the solution. You're going to get a Gumbo Limbo. You're also going to get a Wood Workshop. This hex is completely self-sufficient, so we're going to upgrade it. Painter gained 8 wealth from pillaging, and you lost 2, so that's net plus 6 prosperity. That's good. Animal booster isn't really what I wanted to see. Oh, maybe it is. It's going to make that Umbrella Thornication a lot worse. However, it's going to make this parakeet a lot better. And then you would be a Marula. And then you would need 1 additional Ramon tree. I would need to spend a border expansion on that. Because you're not going to want to do it naturally. I don't have enough Eon to fill up these last 2 slots in this area. Inventor Town done. Wood Workshop should now be at 5. Wood Workshop will be at 6. And you actually do have 1 Eon left over. Okra mineral? Oh, it'll be next to a mineral. It's done already. It's built in. Now, you're not going to get 3-star Enlightenment at this point, because you are only at 12 of 15. You may have forgotten to pay attention to that. Do you want to buy 3 Eon charges? No, you can do it in less. Buy your last Expando charge, because you know you're going to need that. And just put it over here. Next area, you remove this entire rainforest, because it'll lock in your Wood Workshop. Then we spend money on Eon Limit. And this is the only Eon that you really want to spend right now. Is this Okra doing anything right now? No. So the other thing that you could do... I don't think it changes your map. I think you're going to have to buy Eon again. We really can't buy any more, though. You place redstone here. That puts you at 14 of 15. Because redstone is both construction and element. Then you just have to put 1 construction, element, or medicinal anywhere on the planet that somebody can reach it. You may need to draft forest. And this has to be construction, mineral, or element. So it's antimony, which sucks, because I would like to take squirrel. You could also take bamboo, and then you get a pangolin out of it. True. I would like to take apple tree the most here, I think. Because then we get distinct plants for Chinese jujube, and we get a squirrel. But bamboo is the it's either going to be bamboo or it's going to be antimony. Antimony comes with no biodiversity. Bamboo comes with an extra 1. Yeah, I think this is going to be slightly better. So you come over here, put down 1 bamboo. Excuse me. Why are you still 13 of 15? There we go. 14 of 15. And then this will be 15. Right? No? Hello? Did I do my math wrong? What did I screw up here? Are you element, medicinal, or construction? No, you're metal. That sucks. That sucks. You're gonna need to spend... I'm not spending Eon again. I'm simply not spending Eon again. It's not worth it. I'll take 2-star Enlightenment, and that's fine. If we don't get 3-star Enlightenment, big deal. So now you have 4... I wish that I hadn't spent in the first place, but, like, that's kind of life. So now we need to spend 4 micro. I don't think... Tagged tree is kind of interesting. If I had known it was tagged tree, I didn't need to put a second Ramon tree down. I could have tagged something else. We should have paid more attention to the fact that we had this micro. We could have saved ourselves a little Eon there. But that's fine, I suppose. So the Ochre's going to get a good boost. Gold on a Parakeet will get a decent boost. None of the rest of you are on great boosters. Any of you guys need help with better boosters. Primal Obsidian on a Mineral and a Science is the kind of thing that could probably get a Woolly Moth Caterpillar. Castorides on a Plant Booster does not deserve it. None of you. Stout on Animal Booster is the kind of thing that I could give a Mantis to, and then that's your last micro. This is annoying. But I absolutely refuse to spend at this point, because we might need this Eon later. I just don't think it's worth it. I'm actually not even sure what the difference is between 2-star and 3-star completion. I guess we'll find out. I also kind of want to burn all 3 of my drafts right now. Then I don't have to worry about it later. There we go. Now we go directly into Era 3 with 2 drafts in our pocket. You forgot to check your biomes. You need 4 cities and 4 biomes with at least 8 biodiversity. You better hope you're at that. 4 biomes with at least 6 and 3 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're there. You're there and then some. Thank goodness. So we at least get our 2-star bonuses out of this. We get another draft charge and some microcharges for good biodiversity. And now we try Age of Discovery again. Let's see if we can put it together this time. I see a super booster in my Tundra. That is early candidate for Cave Bear. I also see a gold booster, which is early candidate for Cave Bear. I think I would rather have the Painter get the Cave Bear. We do need to get back to 9 biodiversity for it, though. It also may be time to kill this Labradorite. Because if we bury it, that's another legacy mineral. And then we also get rid of Mink, for whatever that counts for. What else would you want to put in this Tundra? You definitely want Glacial Erratics down. And you want it down early, because you want to see these 3-star cohort minerals. Okay, so... Bone. Adjacent to Critter. I'm not going to spend the era, actually. I'm just going to destroy that Labradorite now. We're in era austerity here, because it's what's cost us every single time I was trying this previously. So how are you getting to 9 biodiversity? It starts with Glacial Erratics. Are any of you going to care about synergies? You're each mineral in biome. You don't care about anything. You care about 2 distinct biotica with base gold. I'm just going to put it down because it might unlock good cohort 3 stars. Let's find out. This is going to put you to 10. You have given me bauxite and turquoise. Turquoise wants to be adjacent to sets of gem and predator. Cave bear is predator, but it wants to do it twice. So you actually want it to go on that mineral, but no. You don't have a great slot for it right now. Because you're not a gem. You would need to upgrade that slot, but then it might not be a mineral slot anymore. And you're not going to use that plant booster. This patch needs to get upgraded. You have one legacy mineral there. Put down the cave bear. Off you go. That's plus 80% gold. And now every single other slot here needs to be a mineral. Basically, we have to use every available mineral here. Bone adjacent to animal. This sedge is going. Replace it with a bone. We'll keep the ground squirrel simply because it's going to turn this bone on. This is going to be primal obsidian, I think, because... Oh, you're not extinct. You're not extinct. You're not extinct. None of those go extinct. It's going to be a really bad primal obsidian that costs you 4 biodiversity. You're not going to do that. You're going to have it be a carnelian. You actually wish that this was your carnelian, that was your labradorite. Because then it's next to 2 critters. Yeah, make that swap. It's going to be a cheaper swap, but it's one that gives us biodiversity, so it's kind of important. And then carnelian here. And then this needs to get upgraded, but as long as you're going to upgrade it, spend the era on legacy minerals. Primal Flint's going to give you 50, and it hasn't been there before. That's not going to give you, that's not going to produce any biodiversity for you. I think you're going to need to put down a fireweed here, because basalt is base gold. And then you can put down a second mineral there that's base gold, like a quartz or something. Quartz, fireweed. That's going to put you at the biodiversity threshold. You need to put down primal flint on a mineral booster. And then you're going to upgrade that patch. Painter stealing wealth from inventor is fine. Then, this can be turquoise. Next to gem and predator. So carnelian again. Do you give biodiversity back for that? No, you give mystery back. That sucks. I need like one more 3-star bioticum in Ice Age Tundra. We're gonna need to lock away some draft charges for that. Let's leave this for now. I'm in danger of becoming too lost in the sauce. Also, I don't need to work on you right now. I don't need to work on you right now. Let's focus on somebody who needs to hit their city limit requirements. Also, let's destroy your rainforest at this point, which is going to become a desert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You also still need to find room for a tundra on this planet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be up here. You need to get to 35 pop. No, you don't. You need to turn one of your museums on. Which one is it? No, none of them give expansion charges. Yeah, you just need to make your pot big. But we can get there. So you're going to be upset about that in the short term. I don't deny it. But long term, it's going to be productive for you. Mineral within borders and distinct energy biome. Do we have access to any of those in the desert right now? No. Can I draft desert and maybe look for one? I don't think there's any 1-star energy, so we're probably going to have to do this twice. Things that give biodiversity. Mudcrack does. You don't. You don't. It's Mudcrack. And then draft desert one more time. Index fossil wants to be adjacent to 4 distinct minerals, but costs 6. Unlikely. Sunstone, I think, is exactly what we're in the market for. That is a potential +4 biodiversity if adjacent to sets of plants and animals. It does pull us away from power plant, though, because we're not going to be putting down a lot of minerals. We're angling towards a plant/animal desert biotica. So probably not a tree. Do I have any medicinal plants that I can put in the desert? No. Do I have any that I can put in the savannah? No. Your best bet is going to be a big umbrella thornication. That is the... Well, maybe I could do better with the power plant, actually. You will do better with the power plant, because you're going to have at least 2 minerals. That's going to be an embarrassingly bad power plant, but off it goes. So you get sunstone here. Upgrade that tile. No, wait, wrong tile. That's already gone. Can't stop it now. Rip. We have 8. It'll be fine. We have 8. And a mineral booster, huh? Next to an animal booster? I can make that work for me. So you get a sunstone. Then we want things that give biodiversity. It's none of you. It is you, though. So we can do sagebrush here. That's a 1-star animal slot. We're gonna leave that. You can be a jerboa. There's a mineral in biome. That hits sunstone level 1. Then we want plant again. And then animal again. Do any of you care about being next to a plant? No. So it's going to be sandcat barley. And then if you give it one more of anything, like a mudcrack, you'll put it at 10 biodiversity. So that's as big as this desert needs to be. And just to demarcate that, let's go ahead and start turning this into tundra. Now we need to go to 5 biomes with at least 10 biodiversity. City of the Future's not going to happen. Ignore it. It will not be possible. I can get Poet down there, though. You want 10 distinct biotica for 200. You want 6 distinct biotica that have base science yield for 200. You want 2 of 3 fur biotica for 240. I would really like to take 240, but I don't think I can get you 3 fur bioticum. What did I want to draft Ice Age Tundra for? I think you wanted like a 3-star cohort anything to get it to 10 biodiversity, because you're only at 6. We're looking for a 3-star mineral that doesn't cost biodiversity. You have gotten jadeite, which is only a 1, but it unlocks a random that's also 1. Kettle Lake's exactly what we want. So I'll take a Kettle Lake, and I'm not going to look at anything else. It might give us something good in the rainforest as well. Grab it. Place it. You want to be next to gems and predators? A Kettle Lake is not a gem. So that's a little annoying. But I may put it over the top of a fireweed instead. No, I may just give up on turquoise. $25 and 5 isn't amazing. And you only double tags, you don't double output. So put down a Kettle Lake. That's going to put your tundra to well over 10 biodiversity. And then get back to work on Poet Town. Which I think will be getting a theater. We should check to see which is lower. World or science? Science is actually lower. So you get more prosperity if I take science. Okay. This rainforest is at 4. We have draft charges available for fancier rainforest stuff now, looking for things that give biodiversity. Cinchona does. Agave does. Mica does not. Cinnabar does. So all 3 of these choices give us biodiversity. Hematite can get big, and it only costs 4. How many birds do we have right now? You have 2. But also you need a fruit and a bird. You have a fruit. And you don't have a great gem. But you're not going to be putting down reptiles, so you can cross that one off the list. You're not going to be putting down a ton of birds, so you might also be able to cross hematite off the list, especially because it wants distinct adjacent plants. And then you also know that jade gets giant, just by itself. So, agave plays pretty well with harmony. Topaz plays okay with harmony. I think you can go jade here. I don't think you have a ton of distinct volcanic bioticum, and you don't want to put it next to adjacent minerals. So jade can just benefit from plants anywhere, which means I can still play around harmony. None of the others can really do that. And then you have some good stuff to put down in this rainforest. So you can go kapok tree over the top of flint, probably. And then jade in the other tile, I'd imagine. Because this rainforest is big. You can put random stuff out here if you need to. You should also be paying attention to your museums right now. No booster? That's fine. Take a kapok tree. You want to be next to fruit and gem. So I can do you, and then you'll be next to another bird. Then you'll also need to be next to gem. So I want to upgrade this tile as well, actually. We upgrade here. I give you gem, adjacent to animal on a 3-star. And then I give you jade. and we can fill this biome out with plants later. But I don't want to spend the eon right now. So that should be you taken care of for now. Finally, Huntress. What do you want to do? 3 or 4 distinct predators, extra food for each food and animal class food. None of those are going to happen for you. Unfortunately. You would need a big forest food animal. Let's see if I can track that down. Boar's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Unfortunately, Sky Pillar's also pretty good. And these give a lot of biodiversity. But they're not food. Oh. You can't afford to take Panda. It's too much biodiversity. I really want to try and take these for the biodiversity, but they don't do anything is the problem. They just don't do anything. And you don't have... I don't think you have great 2 and 3 star biotica for your forest right now. Like, what are you working with? None mineral, none animal. 1 dove tree. So you have 2 good plants. Are either of them base food? Yes? No. They are trees. I think I could make a boar work. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. These are really good. This is why you read. Yeah, both of those are actually great. I don't immediately know what it means for what project you work on. But also I think now is probably a good time to stop in on these museums. Tiny museum's done. I need 5 distinct flour. Let's start working on that. Neither of you are flour. Get rid of it. We have a couple things here that are flour that should help out. Actually, we only have 1. But this will be fine. Dove tree doesn't really do anything. You want to be adjacent to 2 tree biotica, and I can tag you as gem. Plant concludes in 21 plus 5. You're 479. You need to get your diamond down. Your sapphire and all that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's gonna go here, and then I really need you to... Oh, thank you so much for Ringsmith. What animal has 9... Oh, you're cave bear. Is Ringsmith going to be bigger than Gallery? Gallery right now is 1250 gold. This sapphire is going to be 600 times 3. The sapphire is going to be 1800 before I put biotica in it. Ringsmith will be better. Alright. Frost Titan, come over here. It's going to be these 2 patches, and that's all we're going to touch. And I think you'll still be above 11. So you're going to cost 6, but you give 3. So that's going to put you at 8, and then you're going to go up another 6. So you're going to be at 14. Please, Mineral Booster. Okay. Alright. Gaming. And then let's go ahead and bump this biome up to 9 so it also counts. gaming. And then let's go bump up one more biome to the biodiversity threshold that we need. I'm ignoring Jade. We have 4 placements to do this in. I think I'm going to need to draft Taiga a couple times. We can only take things that give biodiversity. It's Redback Bull. I think I need to draft Taiga twice. Like one more time after this. No, no, no. What? Maybe. No, 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 no. It's Pete. And then I need to draft it one more time. Because this is the one that's going to show us 3 stars. You can spend food on it. You don't need any more expansion charges. Yes. No? Unfortunately, it's desert and rainforest. Yes. Very yes. So you're 150. You're 20 mystery. And you give the same amount of biodiversity. I think yellow diamond is going to end up being better. Although black bear is also not an apex. This comes with 2, actually. Because you're basically +3 biodiversity. Yeah, you take this one. And then you are whose city is this? This is Inventor City? What's your project? Power plant? I don't think that's going to do anything. None of these are energy, and none of them are great. Mineral booster kind of sucks. But it was never going to amount to much in the first place. So you can go... You have a critter here. I can give you another critter here. It can be a redback vole. So you're going to go here. That's going to put you at 3. I can put you here. That's going to put you at 6, which is actually going to be 7. I can put redback vole here, which is going to be 8, which is actually going to be 9. And then I can give you anything else. I can give you a stoat. That'll put you at 10. And now, you need to get to 600. So the first step in that is, do you have a busted gold micro? You do. You have a scarab. You will be putting a scarab on the set. You will be order. You will be creating a sanctuary. You will be putting a scarab on the sapphire. And that should do it. Because it's gonna make the sapphire real big, and then it's gonna make the ringsmith real big. I think... Don't count your chickens before they hatch, but we have a lot of resources available to us right now. I think... We've done it. 4350, but then another 2,000 from you is going to give you a lot of gold. Okay. I think this does it. This pile is not getting small. And even if it doesn't, you could put another scarab on the cave bear. No, it's 5. That would be worth it. You could put a centipede on the cave bear. Centipede on cave bear wouldn't be that bad. But you're not going to need to because that's 600 prosperity. Okay. Come on, tick on. Oh my god, could you count any slower? He's done it. Okay, so technically we're done, but we have so much stuff that we could put down. I don't really want to push this prosperity any higher, man. Have I missed out on anything huge? Anything that's just really good that I'm forgetting to place? You got a black bear for the tundra as well. I don't immediately see anywhere that you would have access to adjacent critters, though. I haven't put down any critters. It's all minerals. So I don't think it's worth buying extra Eon for that. I mean, you can't upgrade and you can't use your terraform charges because you don't want to spend extra Eon. So, I'll buy 3 more micro charges. Oh, you should really put something there, though. You don't have another ice cot. Anything that also goes in Ice Age? Actually, kind of. No, Cloudberry's not going to be great. Strawberry's an invention, too. Strawberry is an invention. But your tundra is so far away that nobody can reach it. How close are you to an invention? 4 of 10? 40 mystery for each set of plant, mineral, animal. Does your mystery give you science? It does. Alright, we're gonna try one more thing. Let's see if I can get you to invent whatever the strawberry invention is. Booster me? That's fine. Booster me? Thank you. Tundra Giant, can I get you to come over here and just turn this into Tundra? I believe this preserves boosters, and it shouldn't mess with biodiversity. And we're done with the arrow already, so I can actually spend biodiversity on this. You go here. I love that, because otherwise this would shut all of it off. It does kill our gem a little bit. You can see the prosperity dropping already. No output negative biodiversity? What do you... Oh, what? No, because you're 2. What are you talking about? Alright, fine. And then you want to be adjacent to animals? We'll do that. Or you can have a goose. I can have you be adjacent to a couple animals. I can spend a little bit. We can spend a little bit. Come on. I could also make you a tree if I wanted to. Anyway, now that that's done, I can get your opera. Your opera should generate sufficient science to push you into inventing. And then we just hope that it's the strawberry. Because it's on a booster. That is going to trigger your invention. Use your goose. You can also have a rabbit. You can also have a caribou. Need Eon to place Biotica? I have that. It's fine. That has moved you to 665. Probably because you have a bunch of undergrowth on the planet. You have invented ice growth. I'm pretty sure that was the invention. And you still have 4 micro left. Did you put a centipede on your cave bear? No, you didn't. Go do that. Also, Hunters has decided that Forest Giant isn't welcome around the city. Forest Giant? Go teach Hunters a lesson, please. Look at how bad these projects are. I can see why she's upset, but like, you should do better stuff. IMO. Yeah, the Cloudberry just doesn't do anything for you. I don't think there's even a point to putting it down. Could you put something else there instead? Black Bear also doesn't get you anything. Yeah, it's just a really bad spot for any kind of meaningful micros. Alright. Suck on that. Oh, that wasn't even your, that wasn't even your army. I'm gonna have to do it to your army too now. Aren't you gonna feel stupid? I'm destroying your city again. Decent thumbnail opportunity, maybe. Hunters humbled and learned to respect the giants? Yeah, you bet. And then you still have 2 micro. Science for each adjacent animal. You could probably find a place for an Emperor Butterfly to do some good work. Like this K-pop tree is next to 2 adjacent animals. And it has double output. That should be a decent candidate. And then that will really tie things up. I'm not spending any more Eon. We do have 1 upgrade that we could potentially use, but... Well... Your upgrade is literally just to make stuff better. Plants on both sides of the feature gain extra. Anywhere where I've got 2 big plants. Do you give extra mystery? On all yields. Maybe. Actually, I could put you anywhere. I didn't realize you just go anywhere. We don't have great plants is the only problem. Our best plant is probably this strawberry. Whatever. I'll add a nice little... Makes our K-pop tree tender so slightly better. Alright, and that is that. We got nothing else to spend. But the important thing is that we're now done with Age of Discovery, which is way harder than I gave it credit for, but is still probably my favorite turning point. It's just a really interesting. That is a 689 prosperity planet, but Age of Discovery does kind of work the way that you have to play a little bit. And you get a ton of bonus prosperity from distinct biomes, so in reality it's closer to an 800 point. Yum. I've unlocked all Biotica. I will leave the planet. We have a single invention left. If I'm not mistaken, it is this obvious slice of cheese from Ibex Mouflon Gower. Everything else is done. All of our eras are done at 3-star. And then for milestones, we have 2 big ones to knock out that are going to take a little bit of prep. We have Olet Glitters, and then we also have this one down here, True Ice Age. We need a Mammoth, Giant Sloth, Smilodon, and Ground Squirrel. So, in the next couple games, we're going to be working on those 2, and then I'm not sure what we're going to do next. We might see how close we are on Old Gold Border Biotico. I'll probably count that up like off stream to figure out which ones we actually need. We are at 323 of 373, so there are 50 full Biotica that we have never ended a game with. And it could be fun to play around with some of them, in particular the ones that are 3 stars, because then we can try out some synergies that we haven't tried out before. But that's all going to be for next time. If you are enjoying Reus2, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can see new episodes when they come out. And if you're looking forward to whatever comes after this, why don't you drop me a comment and let me know what you would like to see next. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.